It doesn't have any sugar. There's zero, almost zero carbs in this thing. There's 1 gram of carb and no added sugar. It's all zeros in here. It doesn't say how long to shake it for. We're just gonna assume that you're in a rush and you shake it a little bit. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, right, I don't see any clumps at all. Come on down, look at this. Come on down. Come on down to Texas. Okay, let's take a look at this. No clumps, I don't see any at all whatsoever. Let me put this back up. Yeah, so this is sugar cookie flavor, as I mentioned like 100 times already. Let me taste this real quick, because it smells nice. It smells like cookie batter. So drinking this right now, it's not too sweet, but when I have been having this, it has been sweet, especially when I'm completely fasted, not having any food, and I'm like completely hungry. I have this, I'm like, oh man, this is very sweet. And taking it on a regular basis wasn't so nice. It was like, I'm not gonna have this. Like, I wasn't looking forward to taking it, but in having it in a cookie recipe, it's fantastic. It's one of the best flavors I've had in cookies that I've made so far from a lot of the protein powders that I've been using. It's not so thick either, it's kind of thin, very thin. And there's a slight hint of cookie batter, slight. After a couple sips, it just gets more and more sweet. So initially, it's not so sweet, drinking this right now. But as I drink it more and more, I'm like, this is sweet. And that's all. It feels like there's not much character to this flavor, sugar cookies. It tastes like a bunch of sugar in a shaker, basically. And it's refreshing, and it's sweet, and the texture of it is very thin, the consistency. It mixes very easy, I don't see any clumps. So in milk, it got a little bit better. It got a little thicker, and it actually tasted a lot better than the water version. I like this version a lot better. It got a bit thicker and a bit sweeter. But in a smoothie, it gets even better. I liked it in a smoothie as well. It really gets the cravings away, especially, you know, when you add the banana and the ice cubes, it gets a lot better. But in milk, it was still pretty good. I liked it a lot better than the water version. I enjoyed this in oatmeal. It was kind of sweet, as you would expect from sugar cookie. It's a good thing to have as a way to kill cravings. In yogurt, I absolutely loved it in yogurt. It tasted like something you would get from the supermarket. It was super amazing. Sweet, sugary, and it was perfect as a late night snack without carbs. I actually really enjoyed it. But about the price, like all their other protein powders, it's not the cheapest. It's premium pricing. This is grass-fed protein with natural sweeteners and flavoring. And that being said, it costs $1.80 per serving. With my discount code FITFRIC. Without the discount, it becomes like $2 almost. A little bit, like close to it. Maybe like $1.90. So it's not so bad in terms of pricing, but when you're looking at their mass gainer, it's $2.50 per half a serving. Excuse me. And you're getting 300 calories. This is 130 calories. So for 80 cents more, you're getting double the calories, the same amount of protein, and a bunch of carbs from the mass gainer. The protein powder is premium priced. It's kind of on the higher side. The cheaper protein powders are usually around $150, a little bit below, but they contain garbage ingredients, garbage fillers. Sometimes, like most of the time, they contain just ingredients that are not so healthy, artificial sweeteners, corn oil, sunflower oil, all these oils and stuff. But this is a very clean protein powder, grass-fed protein, and it has a good amount of, like the macros are good. They're pretty fair. But I have to put this down. It's too sweet for me. But if you're like in the evening, if you're in the evening and you have these cravings, I can see this becoming like a good choice. But I don't know about daily protein powder. This is more like a sweet protein powder that you may want to have every day depending on your preferences. But for me, personally, it's sweet. And it's fantastic when I'm baking cookies. But in terms of every day, it's not the greatest thing. I'm just looking at how much time have we spent on this flavor. But it's sweet. It's very, very sweet. It's not exactly my first choice when it comes to their protein powders. If you're looking for a cookie flavor, I would recommend looking into the vanilla cookie flavor. That's fantastic. Vanilla oatmeal, I believe it is. I will link it in the description. And by the way, you can use my discount code FitFrick. That supports the channel. But you don't have to make any purchases. Like, you watching this video means a lot to me, and that supports the channel. I appreciate you. But if you're looking for a premium protein, grass-fed, healthy, clean, Transparent Labs, always, you cannot go wrong with them. I believe in them. They have always been improving. Sugar cookie is one of their newer flavors. There's also mint chocolate. Mint chocolate's really good, by the way. That's coming soon. Mint chocolate, vanilla cookie, the one I told you about, fantastic. Fantastic. But this is sweet. But overall, like if I gave it a rating, it would be a little bit in the middle and then a little bit towards the good side. It's not disgusting. It's bearable, but it's sweet. It's not perfect. The character is not so much there. Not much personality, but it's sweet. If you're looking for a sugar flavored protein powder with no carbs, then fantastic. This is fantastic. This will trick your mind into, if you're cutting, you're dieting, you're in a deficit, and you're thinking like, I need a craving, I need something sweet. 130 calories, you're set. You're full for half an hour or so, at least, minimum. This is fantastic for digestion as well. I don't find any issues. But if you have trouble with stevia and all this, then this could be an issue for you. But this has stevia, salt, natural flavors, grass-fed whey protein. So it's not bad. And the salt is 260 milligrams compared to the 400 milligrams in their mass gainer. So this is like normal, I guess, for them. And it's not so high. It's 10% of your daily value. But there's no fat. It's a half a gram of fat. Half a gram. But overall, it's a good protein powder. Just the flavor is sweet. So if you like sweet, then you get this. All right, I've said that enough. But check out the links in the description. Any purchase you make does support the channel. I appreciate that very much. Thank you if you do. And you watching this is fantastic. You're a legend. Have a good one. And keep an eye out for the other flavor videos that I'll do on the other Transparent Labs protein powders.